Hi guys, good morning. How are we doing this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, let's talk quick and fast about the update. Let's talk about the updates. Welcome into Savvy's Hot Kitchen. How are we doing this morning? It's gonna be it's gonna be fast, it's gonna be lit. So let's talk quick and fast about the policy update and what is going to happen. Um, we can discuss um, Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Diva T. To be honest with you, the boss is in town, so I was not planning on going live, but I had to change room. Yeah, I'm just trying to do something. Yes. Yeah. So, guys, let me take this one. So, yes, guys, I'm just trying to sort something out here very quickly. So, while you come in, so that we can have this quick chat, it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long as we're working today. Krishna, hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing, Krishna? Fluffy Diva TV, good morning. Yeah, we just want to be talking about the new updates and how it might affect us, how it might shape our channels. And moving forward, what are we expected to do? It's guys, bear with me. Share the live. It's not gonna be long. Um, it's not going to be long. So, oh my days, this is taking forever. I've never looked at it on this one, so that's why it's taking me this long. I had to change room, guys. So, when you change room, you change everything. I need to call my GP as well, So, guys, what's up this morning? How are we feeling? Krishna, do you know anything about do you know anything at all about the new updates? What is about to hit YT streets? I should have asked that question in the poll, but KIT. I'm trying to see the comments. I'm trying to look at the comments. If there is any. How has our night been? Did we have a restful night, a peaceful night? Did we have a restful night? All right, finally get that one up and running. Let me see this one now. Guys, did we have a restful night? Did we have a restful night? Share the live, guys. Share the live so that we can go through this really, really quickly. But regardless of whether it's shared or not, do you guys know of the new updates that is coming our way? Do we know of the new updates that is about to hit us? Or you slept like a baby? I should have slept like a baby as well, but I don't know. It's like my neck, like I slept on my neck. Um, boy, may I tell you, man. Like I sleep on my neck and my neck is necking. My neck is necking. My neck is necking at the minute. But yes, guys, let me talk about the new updates quickly. That like I sleep on my neck. Sure. I don't like to hear me on this thing, you know. But guys, let's talk about the new updates that will hit us um by the 11th of July. The 11th of July. Um there are two latest updates. Two latest updates. Krishna, do you know anything about the updates? Do you know anything at all about the updates? What what we are expecting on the 11th? Well, the most important thing for us is our content. The most important thing for us, yeah, on the 15th of July, thank you for that. The most important thing for us is our content. And that is my takeaway from it. That is my takeaway from it, the content. The content that we have created, whether it's a loop, and in that loop argument, we would find the green, the green screen. The green screen is part of it. We've got Restream. We've got what else do we have? We have screencast. So for us who have actually oh, for us who are actually engaged in those, we are going to have problems. And it's simple. I would want to believe that because the update is happening on the 15th of July, um, it would not be, it would not affect those of us who had it well before that time. I'm just trying to word it properly, you know. Um, it's a little bit of a shock, to be honest. It's a little bit of a shock, and yeah, what they're now saying is we are still waiting on YouTube to come forward to explain what this mass production and this repetitous contents look like. But for the repetitous content, it kind of explained in the word itself. It kind of explained what they're talking about. We know that they are big on reused content. That's what we know. that they are big on reused content. But they did not mention reused content this time because it's already part of the policy. Even though, to be honest, um, even though the repetitous, the repetitous content is also part of the policy. But I feel like YouTube did not mention reuse content because most of the contents that have been taken down are reused content. So we are fully aware that most of the times when these channels are demonetized, they are demonetized for violating that part of the policy. So now YouTube is bringing in this repetitous, we are repeating the contents. That is what it is. And so we repeat the contents on the looping, which is the restreaming and the screencast. And according to one creator, the creator said that many of us were under the radar. Good morning, Marvelous. Good morning, Marvelous. I'm glad you came in to listen to this because coming the 15th of July, which is next week, Tuesday, there's going to be major shakeup on YouTube. Major shakeup on YouTube coming Tuesday the 15th. That's next Tuesday. And we're talking about repetitous content here. We are talking about reused content. We might argue that, I do not have reused content. That's okay. But what they're now talking about is repetitous content. So, like I was saying, and I hope I don't have to repeat myself again. So, like I was talking about contents like Restream, contents like Screencast, content like I would want to believe the green screen as well. So YouTube needs content that adds value on their platform. That is what it is. YouTube is looking for creators that are making time, putting time, putting effort into their contents. And I think they refer to it as low valued content. YouTube will be removing or demonetizing channels as well that has got low valued content. And I want to believe that this could be as a result of the what do you call them now? The advertisers, okay? The advertisers are advertising on these channels and they want to make sure that what they're paying for is worth it. So there's going to be a massive shake up. But for us, we want to look at the repetitiveness of our content. And moving forward, what are we doing? What will we be doing about it? I still believe that YouTube needs to come forward to discuss or tell us more about what they are calling repetitous content. Is to be honest, the meaning is in the word. You're repeating it. All right, you're repeating it. You're looping it. You're probably green screening it and stuff like that. The same content which does not, and there is no value added to it really. So for example, you've got a picture up there and nothing is happening. It's just there. Or you're looping, I don't know, an orange and it's just looping. you know. So these are things that as far as this is concerned, and I quote it from the website where it says July 2025 updates to YouTube partner program monetization policy. In order to, and this is YouTube now speaking, in order to monetize as part of the YouTube partner program, YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic content. So that is it. There is no there is no way around that. From the get go, YouTube, it says YouTube as always. And if you notice, they're very clever. They make sure to say YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic. And this is something that we talk about all the time. But if you notice and underline always, YouTube has always. So what YouTube is saying now is if your channel were to be taken down under this updates of the July 15th, if your channel was to be taken down, you cannot say, oh, I thought this update was from the 15th moving forward. You can't say that. They are saying that it's always their policy for you to upload original and authentic contents. So for those channel who has been under the radar, you know, those channels that were not affected with the looping and with the inauthentic in the inauthentic contents, the YouTube referred to them as to have been under the radar. They were under the radar. They were not identified under the previous law, if you like. So under this new updates, I don't know what system they come in with. I don't know. But under this new update, if you were hiding, this one is going to bring you out. Okay? The new updates. It says on July 15th, YouTube is updating our guidelines to better identify mass produced and repetitious content. This update better reflects what inauthentic content looks like today. All right. So as soon as they started, I don't know if it's going to start rapidly. I don't know how YouTube, whether it's going to be stage by stage. I don't know. But as of the 15th, um, when this new updates come into play, YouTube is saying that the guideline will better identify. So whatever they're doing, it will better identify mass production and repetitious content. And the update better reflects inauthenticity. So when the new guideline comes in, it's just gonna throw everything in the air. It's just gonna throw everything in the air. It's gonna just show up the channels that is inauthentic, in other words. Marvelous said, did they send you a personal message, Savvy? Where can I find this information? Marvelous, it is on the website. It's not personal message, darling. If you check the whole of YouTube, that's what they're talking about. And that's why I decided to talk about it now. The whole, it is all over the place. So it's not a personal message, it is on their website. And if you were to check, uh, even if you were to Google YouTube Partner Program 2025, you will see it all over the place. So yeah, comment, it is important. It is extremely important that we are mindful now of what our channel looks like. Okay? YouTube is talking about cropping, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot, and we are in trouble. That's the bottom line. We are in trouble. We are in trouble because this new update that is coming, according to YouTube, the new update that is coming will actually show up, and I think that's the correct word. It will show up these inauthentic channels. That's what will happen. And between now and Tuesday, I'm hoping that YouTube will actually come out to say stuff. But I can tell you that based on the information that is being said, it is going to be rapid. It is going to be rapid. It's going to be rapid. And quite a lot of creators has already lost their channels. Yeah. I think it was said that over 9.5 and stuff like that. All right. So I've got some examples of what's not allowed to monetize. Okay? So guys, if your channel is not yet monetized, if your channel is not yet monetized, um you're gonna have to make sure that you are visiting the channel, because it's gonna go through this it will go through this July 15 new updates. So this one is saying here, content that violates this guideline. When a channel content consists of similar content, it can frustrate viewers who come to YouTube for appealing and interested videos. So it says examples of what not allowed to monetize. Contents that exclusively features readings of other material that did not originate. We do not have that. Okay? Song modified to change the pitch or speed, but are otherwise identical to original contents. Mass produced, that's what we are talking about. Even if you are using AI, and that's why YouTube would need to come out to explain this, because even if you're using AI to mass produce, so for example, it does take time for people to make to actually make a video and edit a video. It does take time. Good morning, Star Vlog, and welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And we are talking about the updates and how it's going to shape our channels, whether we are going to be affected coming July 15th and moving forward. Because according to the new updates, those channels that were getting away, those channels that were under the radar, this new update is going to show them up. That's what it is. So we are talking about the mass produced or even using the same template across multiple videos. So this is channels that are going to be affected. Similar repetitive content or mindless content which with low educational value, commentary, or narratives. Guys, listen to this. It's important. Channels, if your channel is similar with repetitive content or mindless content with low educational value, commentary, or narratives, your channel is at risk. If you've got mass produced or content using the same template across multiple videos, whoo, that sound like the green room. That channel is at risk. Image slides. Oh my days. Guys, image slide shows or scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, complementary, or educational value. So we want to talk about the similar repetitive content. And it says mindful content with low educational value. So if the content that you are putting up do not have any value to the platform, that one is at risk. And we talk about the mass produced. Guys, we know that it is hard to make a content, okay? But then you have this AI that comes in, and YouTube is pushing that as well. But sometimes YouTube push some things and then it just backfires on us. The mass produce, if you're using AI, you can actually make a lot of videos in one day, a lot of videos, and that's gonna be affected. Okay, the AI can make you a lot, 10, 20 videos in a day, and you are just dropping them. I'm saying that channel will be affected. Okay, or content using the same template across multiple video. So if you've got a content, and guys, let me just tell you this quick and fast, that I do have contents using the same template. Because even in the green room right now, if I've used this content, this back this what do you call it? This background for more than for multiple times, then the channel is at risk. Okay? It talks about image, which is what I have here as well. Image slideshows or scrolling text with minimal or no narratives. So, guys, you know what we're talking about? So, we are talking about this picture here that I have. And then I might have some text just moving across saying, I don't know what. Beautiful day, and it's just scrolling beautiful day, and it's just scrolling beautiful day, or I don't know, I'm on the bike, I don't know, I'm in Marrakesh, I'm in Morocco, like that. If it's just scrolling text with no educational value, then the content is at risk. Okay, so they talk about reuse content refers to channel that repurpose content. So reuse content, guys. You would have you actually come into into my video, into my house, take a video, and without even educating, I mean, like adding any further value to it, you post it on your channel, and then you probably just flash your face in it one or two times. YouTube is saying that that's reused content. um Guys, we have to talk about how are we going to do this, how are we going to rectify this, because we have a case here, it talks about image slideshows or scrolling text. It talks about mass produce or content using the same template. So content using the same template. So we have a issue here, and it's how are we going to rectify this? How are we going to rectify this? Um Guys, any question? Any question? Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Saying Susanna, welcome to the live stream. Guys, do you have any questions? You're in the chat. Say something. I'm the only one talking. Is there any question? Is there any input on the updates that is coming up? Huh? Is there any updates? I mean, any input on the updates? Any question? Nothing? Okay. So it's a matter of, guys, how are we going to rectify this? How are we going to rectify this? Trinidadian, good morning, my darling friend, and welcome into the chat. And Trini is saying, good morning, everyone in the chat. Good morning, Trini. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This morning, we are discussing the updates, the policy updates that is coming up July 15. and how are we affected? How are we affected? Because it's important to know what content we have. It's important to know the content that the content that YouTube will be approaching. You know, the channels that has these mass produced content or even repetitive content, content that do not add value. He referred to those as low educational value. So we're gonna need to look at our channel to see what do we have there that does not add value. Do we have any AI mass produced content there that is not educational? Because from the beginning, YouTube did say that once you go live, it should be educational or entertaining. It should either be one or the other. So do we have anything outside of that? YouTube talks about the image slideshows. These are the channels, these are channels that are not allowed to be monetized. So it means that if the channel is monetized, these channels will be demonetized coming next week. Coming next week. Good morning, Trini. Good morning. Guys, do we have any question? Are you not adding anything to the conversation? We are conversating here. So, and you know about the updates. If you do not know about the updates, then that's fine. You can listen. If you know about the updates, or if you're hearing something, you can ask. If you're hearing something that you're not clear on, or maybe you've got an input, maybe I'm saying something that you're thinking, okay, Savis, I don't think that would happen. Whatever. Please, let's have a conversation, okay? Right. So we are talking about the image shows. The image shows. And I am guilty of the image shows because it does not add any value. Any value. So like I'm sitting here now and I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to you now, and I've got an image there. I've got an image there. Um, well, Trini, it says content that is not allowed to be monetized, and it is on the website. Content that is not allowed to be monetized. Goga said on his live yesterday that it will only apply after the 15th. Right. So Devati, Goga can say that that's his opinion, but as far as I am concerned, and according to Whitey, what YouTube said here is very clear. YouTube said, and let me just read it again. Let me just read it again, because sometimes we just have to think outside the box here. It says July 2025, updates to YouTube partner program, the YPP monetization policy. It says in order to monetize as part of YouTube program, YouTube as always. So in order to be monetized from day one, not just July 15th, from day one, it says YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic content. So before July 15th, the content has to be original and authentic. And that is in open and close quotation. Now, after that, so YouTube is saying to you guys, listen, from the get go, all content should be authentic and original from the get go, not just the 15th. All right. So on July 15th, YouTube is updating our guidelines to better identify mass produced and repetitious content. Listen to the last bit. This update will better reflect what inauthenticity content or inauthentic content looks like today. So Diva said, I'm talking about the new updates, not before the 15th July. Right. So the new updates, what the new updates is going to do, it's going to show up those channels that were under the radar. That's what it is. It's as simple as that. So, for example, if your channel was inauthentic before the 15th of July, okay? Before the updates on the 15th of July, if you were under the radar, and this is coming from, what's his name? Let me tell you. If you were under the radar, okay, July 15th, July 15th, what will happen is it will show you up. That's what the new one is. Because according to YouTube, it says that July 15th, and I don't even want to read it again, it says this update better reflects what inauthentic contents look like today. YouTube is updating our guidelines, and it will show us what inauthentic channel looks like today. So according to Enios, whatever, one of the YouTube, I was listening last night, according to him, he's saying that those channels that were under the radar before, because all the guidelines were there. Guys, the guidelines were already there. Creating authentic videos, it was already there before July 15th. Reused content was already there before July 15th. Repetitous content was already there before July 15th. But many of us had those contents before July 15th. So what YouTube is saying, that the new updates will better reflect, it will show up those channels, those inauthentic channels today with the new update. It is saying that because it's not new. I don't think the policy is new. But what YouTube is saying, the new update will better reflect inauthentic what inauthentic contents look like today. So that is what it's saying. Okay. So the new updates is not the new updates coming is not going to just look at the channels that is requesting monetization from the 15th going forward. That's not what the new update is about. The new update is going to show up, and YouTube has already taken 9.5 million contents down already, and they continue to take the channels down, and it's not even July 15th yet, you know. So I'm just saying that we have to go back, we have to look at our channel to see where we are with it, because we do have some contents there that we have been repeating. And I'm saying that the new updates will show those channels. The new updates will show them. If the content is not educational, if it's of low value, low value, then and one of the creators, one of the creators, the what you call them, these creators in Chrome, one of them rightly said that if YouTube continues with these type of contents, then they are going to lose their advertisers, because advertisers would not want to advertise on some of these contents that they're seeing. And for the AIs, those who are doing the mass production, um, you know, people are spending quality time on their videos. People are spending quality time trying to find content. Some people travel for content. Some people shop for content, you know. People spend money on content. So for these mass producers who are using AI to create 10 contents in a day and stuff like that, then they have to be worried as well about their content. They have to be worried as well about their content. Um, Trini said, well, I'm hoping it doesn't apply to anyone in our circle. And I am hoping that as well, Trini. But we have to be mindful that when we see the warning, when the warning sign is evident, we got to do something about it, you know? Hi, Poetry. Good morning, my darling. Good morning. We are here discussing, and I've got maybe just minutes to go, but we are here discussing. We are here discussing this. Um. So. So yeah, good morning. Did I say good morning, Trini? Hey, Trini brother, good morning, good morning, good morning. So yes, guys, I did read out to you things that we have to look out for, and we have to revisit our channel as well. Okay. It would be nice if YouTube. So you see, I'm reading something here from Richie, right? I'm reading something here from Richie. And Richie was talking about the mass produced program, which takes place on July 15th. And someone is saying, while Richie's clarification aims to calm fears and the fear, Richie is saying the updated policy will take effect on July 15th. Channels that continue to publish content flagged as mass production or repetitive after that date may face removal from the partner program. So while Richie's clarification aims to calm fear, which is really nice, it doesn't override enforcement language in the original announcement. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Creators still have time to review their libraries and adjust strategies to ensure compliance. Okay? So he's saying here that we still have time to review our libraries. And that's what I'm talking about. We got to go back into our libraries. We got to make sure that the content that we have, guys, the content that we have, um, the content that we have is no repetitive content should be in there. And guys, we're talking about looping, we're talking about screencasts. If we do have multiple, let me use that word multiple. If we have mindless content with low educational value, mindless content, that's what YouTube called it. It's on their website. If you have mindless content with low educational value, with no commentary or narratives, these channels face risking removal. Okay? Content using same template across multiple videos. I feel like I'm guilty of this one. And also it says image slideshows. And guys, it is YouTube who advertised this thing here, the green room. And now he's saying image slideshow or scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, commentary, or educational value. So, guys, there's a difference here between reuse content and repetitive content. Like I said earlier in the chat, I did say that YouTube did not mention again reused content because we all know what that YouTube has been taking down countless um, channels guilty of whether they're guilty or not, it's another story, that they thought had reused content. And some of these channels appeal it and they won that. there is some channels that is still going through to 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 get victory as well, so that they can continue monetization. So we already know that we do not reuse the content, going into people's channel and stuff like that. We already know that. But if we do have, and like the guy rightly said, we have time. We have time to visit our library. We have time before even, what they call it. We've got time before next week, Tuesday, to visit our library to see what is there. Okay, what can we do though? What can we do if we notice that we've got some repetitive content? If we notice that we have repetitive content, we can unlist them. Okay? By unlisting them, by unlisting these content, you know that the views and the watch hours, you would lose those. You would lose those. Okay, Star, I know you're at work, my darling. I'm glad you're still running the live stream. Yes. For those that we are repeating, those content that we have repeated, I'm guilty of it as well. So for those content that we have repeated, we can either unlist them. So if we unlist those content, we will lose the watch hours and we will lose whatever views and stuff like that you get. Okay, and you will not be those content will not be in the algorithm because they will not surface. In other words, you would not see them surfacing. So we would lose that. Is it worth taking the risk, of actually unlisting those videos, or should I just leave them until the 15th? Then that's for you to decide. What you can do as well, if YouTube, if those channels were monetized, so those channels, you actually turn on that monetization button on. It's on. The channel has got a dollar sign. You can go in there and turn off the dollar sign. What that means is YouTube is not paying you for that. I want to believe though that I'm on the live stream. I'm on the yeah. So guys, what you can do, you can turn off the dollar sign. If you turn off the dollar sign, then your YouTube is not paying you for that. And I believe that the views are still there. So if I were to turn off my dollar sign, it would remind me of before monetization. Okay? So before monetizations, you were only getting the views and stuff. You were only getting the views and stuff before monetization. So if I were to turn off the dollar sign, then I would keep the views. And either way, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But the question is it worth the risk of turning off the dollar sign now? Or do you want to wait until YouTube actually comment on what they meant by repetitors? Even though I read it here, they told you, I don't know what else we would be waiting on, because they told you about the videos, the screen, and all them things. They told you about the low content videos that has got no place on the platform. So if you notice that you've got a content there, and you've got a content there, and what value is it adding? That's the question we have to ask. What value is our content adding to this whole YouTube street? Are you educating your followers? Are you entertaining your subscribers? Are you entertaining your community? Or are you educating them? You know what I'm saying? Are you educating them? If your content is not entertaining or educating, then it's going to be low content. It's going to be a low valued content. And these are content that YouTube do not want on their platform. Red's Room, good morning. Good number one, good morning and welcome in. Welcome in. We're talking about the 2025 updates that is coming in. And I'm looking closely at my community because my community is not guilty of mass production. They are not in the AI stuff. And even if you're in the AI stuff, guys, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it per se. But what YouTube is saying is that there are some content creators who are spending quality time to produce contents. Some travel, spending money, all sorts. And then there are some who are laid back, lazy, if you call it, lazy. And they are using AI to create contents 10 contents in a day, and so forth and so on. So YouTube is saying there is no place on the platform for those people. Okay? There is no place on the platform for those people. So for my community, we are not using AI to do this. What we're looking at in detail is the images that we are using. We're looking at the repetitiveness of our contents. Um, the slideshows that we're doing, YouTube is saying that these content are not allowed monetization. These content, number one, can you say that again? Oh, Fluffy. Oh, you are number, I did say number one. I said good morning, number one. Good morning and welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Guys, we've got Reds here all the way from Canada. Grace in our presence, yes. So, guys, we want to talk about the. I do not. I've got maybe another. I don't know, 10 minutes or so on the live stream. But guys, what I'm saying is, what can we do? What can we do now? What can we do now to help ourselves from July 15th, which is next week? If we are guilty of these image shows, if we are not adding any value, if there is no value in our contents, if it's not educational, if it's not entertaining, then what is it? It means that it should not be on YouTube's platform. So according to the creator himself, he's saying that we have time to go into our libraries, go into our library and to check and see what is there. Because with the new rule, the new updates that is coming out, this is just going to show up what YouTube has been saying from the beginning. Okay? It is going to show us, the new content will show us what inauthentic contents look like today. I personally would not like to. Red said, yes, I started to unlist some of my old restream loops. And it's important. It is important when it comes down and Reds, what you could do as well. If those channels were monetized, you can actually turn off the dollar sign. Just turn it off. You can do that. So you are not monetizing. YouTube is not paying for the content. And I want to believe that you would have kept everything else. When I say everything else, I'm talking about keeping your watch hours and stuff like that, your views. So if you were to go in and turn off the dollar sign, I don't think that would have been YouTube's problem. That's what I'm thinking. But of course, yes, we can unlist them. Oh, you never monetize those. Okay. So it makes sense then. If you're thinking I will be affected if they are private, because YouTube will surface them. The fact that they are private, that they're public, sorry, the fact that they are public, YouTube will still surface these videos. If they do have the dollar sign off, YouTube will still advertise on these contents, and YouTube will be making money on these contents. So I think it makes sense for us to unlist them. It makes sense for us to, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to reason out, because if I'm just saying, there are channels that are not monetized and they do have ads on them. So YouTube is gaining from those ads on the channels that are not monetized. So I'm looking at the monetized channel. If you were to remove the dollar sign, you are not asking for money on these contents. I'm saying YouTube will still be making money off these contents, and I still think that you will be liable if it's a loop, or whatever, it's a green room. You would still be liable for 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 um for creating um repetitous contents, in other words. So yeah, it makes sense to unlist them. When you unlist them, um those do not count towards nothing. Your watch hours, they will not be in the algorithm. So yeah, I think it makes sense to do that, and that is something I'm thinking to do as well. I'm thinking I am going to unlist all of those, and um I know exactly the point that I would be guilty of. I would have been guilty of in May. I actually started the early May. I actually started the green screen, and it would have been from that point that I would need to look at. But guys, it is important. It's we are still in time. Like Reds actually said, let us revisit our library. Go back to your library. Look at those contents that do not add value. Okay? If it do not add value, it does not have a place on YouTube's platform. And so we still have time to go back and to look at those content, because coming July 15th, and YouTube is saying that they has always required creators to upload original and authentic. So it's not like July 15th, this policy is coming in. YouTube, make sure to say it first with a full stop. We have always asked for original and authentic. And so what July 15th is going to do, because the policy is not new at all. The policy is not new. But there is some of us who are hiding underneath the radar. And YouTube is saying by uploading this new guideline, what will happen is it will show them what inauthentic content looks like. Okay? It will show you what inauthentic. Donna said, I started taking off the dollar sign off the green screen and loop lives. And what I was saying about the dollar sign is, Donna British, is that even if you if you take the dollar sign off, and YouTube is not paying you for those videos, those videos will still remain in the algorithm, because those videos YouTube will be paid from, because they will still advertise. They will Advertisers will still be advertising on your contents. But what you do not want is for YouTube to hold you accountable for those, to say, hold on, you have loop videos, even though you have not monetized them, you do have loop videos. So for me personally, I think is to unlist them. That's me. Signature, good morning and welcome in, my darling. Signature, how have you been? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What do you think, guys? Do you think it's better to take the dollar sign off and leave it as as public, because if it is public, it will remain in the algorithm. If it is public, they will still advertise on them. Okay, so for me personally, it would be better to unlist them. Signature, what do you mean not necessarily? I don't understand. What did I say that you said is not unnecessary? What not necessarily. But guys, we it's time to visit. I'm just reading from the updates from YouTube, and YouTube is saying if your content do not add value, do not add value. If you're not teaching anything, if you're not entertaining, well, Goga said it's good to take the dollar sign off. Yeah, it's good to take the dollar sign off. Goga can tell you that. That's Goga's interpretation of it. That's Goga's interpretation of it. You can take the dollar sign off, which is good because YouTube is not paying you for it. When the dollar sign goes off, YouTube is not paying you for it. But the fact is, it is still public. So because it's public, the views and everything is added to your collections, so you are still accountable for that. If it was a repeat, if it was a repeat, you would still be held accountable for that particular video. Okay, and that is why Goga also said that all of his is unlisted. If you were listening correctly, you would have heard him saying, I could have had 500,000 views by now, but they are unlisted. So those views that are unlisted is not accounted for. Okay? And signature said, leave the dollar sign on. Leave the dollar sign on. Leave the dollar sign on. Signature is saying, Donna British, leave the dollar sign on. So if she's leaving the dollar sign on, what next? Do you leave the dollar sign on and leave it public? What do you do? If you've got videos that is repetitive, if you have videos that is of low values, these videos have got no place, at no place on YouTube's platform. No place. This one says examples of what's not allowed to be monetized. It talks about similar repetitive content or mindless content with low educational value, commentary, or narratives. This this type of content has got no place, and according to YouTube, it's not allowed to be monetized. Similar repetitive content. It talks about content using the same template across multiple videos. So if you've got content using the same template across multiple videos, it's not allowed to be monetized. If it is image slideshows like the one I've got here now, if it is image slideshows or scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, commentary, or educational value, this is not allowed on YouTube platform. It's as simple as that. It's as clear as that. And they talked about reused content as well. And you know what reused content is. So I'm just saying, guys, go back to your library, look at the image slideshows that you have, or if you've got anything with scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, okay? No educational value. You need to revisit that one. All right. You need to, if you've got content using the same template, you need to revisit that one. If you've got mass produced, meaning you've got AI doing millions of videos for you in a day and you're just dropping them, YouTube is saying that is laziness. Laziness, because there are some people who had to travel the world, some people who spend money, to buy stuff to make contents, and then you're sitting there just making millions of contents from AI. YouTube is saying that there is no place for that. Guys, for my community here, I'm saying we are going to fall victim, at least for the images. At least for the images, we are going to fall victim. And I'm saying, guys, that we do have time to go back into one of one I was listening to one of these guys here, and he said that we do have time. He said that creators still have time to review their libraries and adjust strategies to ensure compliance. So, on this note, I'm going to work now. On this note, I'm saying that the updated policy will take effect on July 15. And YouTube does tell us that if we do, it told us the content that we should have, and especially for July 15th, it will be showing up the channels that have repetitous content. So if you go into your library, guys, and you see that you've got any content that resembles, okay, multiple times, it is there. I'm saying that we can do something about it now. We've got time. We've got time. We don't know on the 15th whether YouTube is coming in with a force. We don't know if YouTube will be taking their time. We don't know, but what we do know is that we can actually go into our library and to do something about it. Yes, Reds, it is crazy. It is crazy. But the thing is, I want to agree with YouTube to an extent. I want to agree with YouTube to an extent, because from the beginning, the channel has to be authentic. From the beginning, you should not be repeating your contents. So that is not new. That is not new. And all YouTube is saying is, I'm coming in with this because the previous policy that I have is not showing us all these creators that are under the radar. There's some creators that is under the radar who is manipulating the system, and also there's some creators that is under the radar who has got repetitious contents. But this new this new update will show them those who have it. And that's what it's about. It's nothing new. There is nothing new under the sun. YouTube was just giving us time. Because you know what? Um, uh, um, we have the loops. We have the loops. We've been looping the cows. Last year, I think it was 2 years ago, we were looping like crazy. It doesn't matter where we could get the fruits from or the animals. And at one point, it was just animal. We were just, oh my God, we were looping. We were making millions of views and stuff. But yet, YouTube was still saying to us, be careful of repetitive content. But because some people did not get away, a lot of creators were taken down with reuse content, but there were still a lot that were not seen. Those were still under the radar. YouTube is saying, okay, YouTube was laughing at us. YouTube was laughing at us. YouTube is saying, hold on, you think you're getting away, huh? Your friend didn't get away, so why do you think you should get away? So YouTube is now coming with the 15th of July. We better call it the 15th of July. YouTube is coming with the 15th of July. And that is why, to end what they said in their statement, YouTube said this update, that's July 15th, this update will better reflect what inauthentic contents look like today. So this new update here is going to pull me out, is going to pull you out, is going to pull the world out. So I am saying that we still have time. We still have time to visit our content. And like Red said, Savvies, I've been in my library and I started Unlisting. That's a tick. That's a tick. Donna British is saying that she will take her dollar sign off, that's another tick. If that's the way you're preparing, that's another tick. But for me, I don't, I prefer to take the risk of unlisting. I prefer to take the risk of unlisting before the 15th, because at the end of the day, if there were nothing wrong, let's say the 15 comes and everything remain as it is on other channels that has got the image and stuff. If the 15 comes and everything was fine, that's okay. I can always public these again because I'm not deleting them. But I would prefer to take the risk to unlist those repetitors, those images that add no value. Guys, I'm right now I've got a image in front of you, okay? And I have to be fair because I've done a lot of this. I've done a lot of this. I've got millions of views, 3 million views on these images here. But if the truth's been told, um, if you were to visit my live stream and I'm just on my bike, there is nothing to it. And it's the truth. There is no educational value. There is nothing to it. There is absolutely nothing to it. But now I sat here and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you now. So I am actually adding something to this. So that is the difference. I would not unlist this video because I added value to the image. I actually added value to the image. Are you understanding me, guys? Are you still here? I'm adding something to this. I'm putting value on it because I'm actually educating. But if you were to come in and there was nothing, it's pure silence. There's nothing. It's low, it's of low value. Do you agree with me? It would have been of low value if you were to come in and you see this with nothing. So I'm just saying that as crazy as it is, I I I want to agree with YouTube because we do have some contents there that are of low value. And it's truth. I would never, ever, ever unlist this one, and I would put a dollar sign to this one. But yesterday, if I had one, then I would just unlist it. Trini said turning off your dollar sign is considered fraud because at some point ads would have been placed on those videos, guys. Please be careful and don't get your channel deleted. And that's what came into my mind this morning. I'm saying my videos that I have, and those are the videos that had no value. Let me just say that now. So the videos that I had already, YouTube has paid me, even if it was a penny. They had paid me for those valueless videos. So if I were to turn the dollar sign off on that video, it means that I'm in debt. I am in debt to YouTube. And so I would have violated the policy. YouTube would have said, oh, Marcia, you've violated our policy. And that's why I'm saying it does make sense. Guys, you will get this on your way home. But it does make sense to unlist them because when you unlist them, they are no longer in the algorithm. And guess what? We've got nothing to lose when we unlist them. You might see the views going down. You normally have 10 million views. And by the time you unlist them, you might come down to just 1 million views. That's fine because you're still holding on to the other 9 million views because it's unlisted. If next week comes and there was absolutely no problem with my images, okay? There was absolutely no issue with my images. I can always go back to public them. You see what I'm saying? So you have to decide within yourself, does it worth the risk of leaving it until the 15th or the 16th or the 20th? Does it worth the risk of doing that, or is it worth the risk of unlisting it? Or some people might prefer to turn the dollar sign off. You got to sit back and think about what you want to do with your channel, because like I said, it is very clear. We do not need to go to Specsavers or get a Bronicos. We do not need anything to see that YouTube is coming in, and they are coming in hard. Because like one creator, top creator said, if YouTube continues to allow these low performance on their platform, then they are going to lose out because they will not have an advertiser. No advertisers will be there. So YouTube has to step in now and said, you know what? July 15th, we're coming in with our policy. And when we approach these creators, they're gonna have to come clean. They're gonna have to show that their channel is authentic. Because if it's not authentic, we cannot afford to continue having them being part of the partner program. That's what it is. Simra Lee saying, what's happening now with the dollar sign? Nothing happened with the dollar sign, Simra. We were just talking about that. And Red said, those loops were just cluttering my channel anyway. I know, I know, I know. So guys, it's 9 minutes past, not 9 minutes, it's 7 minutes past 9 o'clock. I should have started working at 9, but I decided to stick and stay right here in the chat. Similarly, world, we were talking about the updates. Um, um, on these updates, it's about our channel. Do we have low valued, and are we just going out and doing some stuff and then drop it and say, oh, this is a video? YouTube will be looking at all of that. What are you, because you see, guys, YouTube become a front room finastic, YouTube has now right now, guys, in most of, maybe all these front rooms that you have in the world, YouTube is running because people love authentic stuff. Okay, people don't like going out to Netflix to watch. People love to sit and see people jumping out a tree and cooking outside. Authentic stuff. So try and do something like that. Trini said maybe we can check out the green room lives and clip out some of the images from each live. So all of them won't have the same thing. Maybe that's a possibility. And you might be right to say that, Trini. But I was reading as well. Part of this policy was about what they call it, trimming where some people trim and drop stuff in there to behave as if the content is different when it's not different. I think they were talking about trimming, because I does a lot of trimming. When I was looping for 11 hours, I usually cut it down to maybe, I don't know, minutes, you know? And that was part of the conversation as well, about the trimming stuff, where so let's say I have my images up, and let's say today this image ran for the whole day, and I picked up a lot of views on it. You guys know that when I put my shorts up, things happen. So when I put that particular one up, or that dress, things happen. So most of my green screen will start with that. Okay, so when I'm picked up, I might just flip the camera and do a video in the middle, and then after that I might just drop the dress again. So some people might think, oh, Savage, you only have that dress every day, or you only have that shorts every day. That's not the case. If you were to go back and watch, you would have seen many different things going in. But there are some of them that when I fall asleep, it might just be the one picture, and then the next night it might be the same picture. So what I would trim one down to maybe 5 minutes, trim one to 10 minutes, and YouTube is saying, is the same thing. Because guys, don't forget that when you go to Chrome and you trim, YouTube is saying to you that the original is stored. So YouTube will store it up to 11 hours 55 minutes of the video. So if you do a loop, they will store up to that. So even when you get in there and you trim it down to, I don't know what, 1 hour, YouTube is still storing the whole 11:55 seconds. And they make it clear to say, if you want to undo, if you want to go back and undo that to the 11 hours 55 seconds, you can do that because it's already in our library. Okay, so just a word to the wife. Simra said, live running. Let me make and finish my breakfast. Simra, you can't come back, you know. Oh, Fluffy Diva, I'm gonna have to what they call it now. Fluffy Diva. What time you starting, my darling? Late for work already. But guys, I don't think I can wait for Diva T to start. Diva T, what time you starting? I would have raided you, but I need to get on my computer right now. But guys, I'm just saying, let us be intentional, okay? I like how you're thinking, Trini. So if that is what you are thinking to do, then give it a shot. Reds is saying, Savis has started doing some unlisting. And I agree with you 100%. In regards to the dollar sign, I am not going to take the dollar sign off. I will leave the dollar sign there. Oh, you're going in 5. All right. Oh, God help me, Jesus. Can I wait till 5? So guys, Fluffy, please hurry up. Let me just wait till 5. I just said to my manager, yo, I was making a cup of tea. Why you going with? Yeah. But guys, yeah, I'm just saying here that let us be intentional. That was the word. Let us be intentional in our channel. Go back and visit. Don't sit and think, am I going to be affected? Is it worth the risk? Am I going to be affected? When all you could do, and because you're my community, I'm just saying this. You don't have to. But I'm just saying this, that it does make sense to unlist them. Sit back, wait and see what YouTube is doing. If YouTube does nothing against the images or against any of your videos that you have unlisted, then you can private them again. Oh, yeah, man. And they would surface again, and you wouldn't have lost nothing. Do you understand that? You wouldn't have lost nothing. But imagine you were to remove the dollar sign, and then YouTube say, wait, what? Where all my money? You owe me some money. Bam. You have violated the policy. Is it worth the risk? You can answer that. And also, Trini talking about trimming down. That's something to look at as well. But is it worth the risk? For me personally, the bigger the risk, the greater the reward. And I think the biggest risk here is to unlist. I don't know what you think, but that's what I'm thinking. And guys, I'm just saying, none of us here want to fall victim of it. We are not mass producing and stuff like that. What we are actually guilty of is some of these repetitive, like myself. And that's why I decided to come out. I did came out late. I was thinking long and hard, but I'm thinking, I think I'm a victim of this, where and yeah, where I've got these images. So because YouTube was specific about the images, then I am going to be intentional in unlisting them. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to sit back quietly and wait to see the outcome as of the 15th. If oh my God, what if that was going to affect me? I would be smiling because I would say, wow, it's a good thing I've done that. It's a good thing I have unlisted it. But what if it was okay? I've got nothing to lose because I can always put them back. And just be mindful, guys, that if you are unlisting, don't unlist everything the same time, okay? Because what you do not want to do is what YouTube calls shocking, like shock the system. So you can unlist and upload, unlist. It's like you're private in stuff, you're private. You don't private everything the same time. Otherwise, you get into trouble. So you unlist and you unlist upload like that. Even if it's a short video, I would be unlisting and uploading. Diva T Wagwan, my manager might be saying, Savis, yo. But yes, guys, it was great talking to you. Britishness just came in. Britishness, good morning and welcome to the live stream. I am actually running out now, but Britishness, we were talking about the updates, and I'm saying that we are going to be in big trouble. Okay, we are going to be part of this whole rigmarole, Jamaicans would say. Good morning, my darling. We're going to be a part of the rigmarole. And I'm saying to you guys that it makes sense to be intentional, go back to our libraries, look at what we have that is repetitive. Okay, anything that you have there that you have multiple times, take some, sit back and say, hold on, I don't need this. What you can do is to unlist it. And when you unlist it, it does not form part of your library. I mean, the library that YouTube would be looking at. Okay? So, yeah. So, guys, let us be intentional, because the last thing we want is for any of our creators to be caught up into this. Coming the 15th, yeah, well, it's better to be, yeah, of course, 100%. And like I said to you, Donna British, um, if you unlist them, you still have control over them. Because coming next week or the other week, if YouTube does nothing, because you would have seen, you're on YouTube streets, so you would have seen other content creators who've got stuff like you. So it makes sense to unlist them, and you still have control over them, where you can actually go back and private them. But if you take away that dollar sign out, owe YouTube any money, whoo, Trini said you in a trouble. Trini said, Dana British, you're in debt. You're in debt to YouTube, and you never know what can happen. So guys, please have a look at our channel. YouTube need people who are working hard on their channels. Okay, YouTube do not need any low content, and it's not me, it's in their website. YouTube need people to be intentional, okay, where they are making contents. Because if the advertisers were to, Diva T Wagwan, oh my God, I've never been on this late, you know. Oh my God, I'm crying right now. The boss is saying, wait, Savi's not working today? Is she not working today? Um, yeah, of course, 100%, 100%. And if they were to lose out of their business, there would be no YouTube and there will be no us. Okay. So listen, guys, they make their rules. We just have to abide by it. If we are not ready to abide by it, then we are going to lose our channel. We cannot do it. Right now, you see me sitting here, I'm saying, oh, my boss, because I work for a company. And if they said, it's 9 to 5 or whatever time, I am in debt to that, to begin work at 9 and then to finish at 5. You know what I mean? So if YouTube is saying, guys, this is what I need on my platform, we just got to abide by that. Yeah, man, we got to abide by that. If they're saying this is what we need, if we are not ready and able to do it, then we can pull out. And guys, let me tell you, for those channels that are not monetized, you see us, we are here talking about losing our monetization, you know, which is a big thing. But there are the channels now that are not monetized. Once the channel goes up for monetization, it's going to be under scrutiny, you know. And that is why I'm saying, if I had a channel now that I was thinking to monetize, I would send it up today. I don't know if YouTube would want to hold on to it until the 15th. I don't know that. And let me just tell you this very quick and fast, that YouTube, if you send the channel up now for monetization, and let's say it meets the criteria, let's say for argument's sake it meets the criteria, YouTube can give you that. YouTube can monetize that channel. And then coming the 15th, you'll find that it's demonetized again. And I'm saying this to say that I've got two people who that happened to, where they said, and it was not even July 15th. It was before July 15th, I'm talking about like now. Set the channel up, it was monetized, okay? Had the channel for a little while. Then YouTube said, hold on, you violated our policy, you reused content. And so it was sorted out for 3 months. And after that, it was sent back. And then it came back. It came back as a monetized channel. And guess what happened? Within maybe a week or two, it was taken down again. So I'm just saying that these new channels that are going up, if they go up now, they could come back monetized. It could mean that YouTube hold them until after the 15th, or it could mean that they monetize and then after the 15th, if they violated any policy, if they are low content, if they are something I don't know, then those channels can be demonetized again. But I'm just saying the pressure is on now for those channels that are going up for monetization, because the 15th is not gonna be pretty. Okay? And guys, we just want to be a part of, I'm enjoying it, to be honest with you. I am enjoying it. And then been here and been paid, whatever it is, been here and been paid. It does make sense, you know, and it's nice to come on and meet people and stuff like that. If I'm not gonna lie, you guys, if my channel was not monetized, I probably would not be so enthused about coming on and stuff. But when it's like going to work. You know what I mean? If you've got a job, and you wouldn't even call it a job, maybe it's a voluntary thing. If you've got a voluntary work, you are not going to feel up to it every day. Okay. But if you've got a job and you're going in and you're expecting a salary, you're going to be more up to it. So I'm just saying that when you come onto YouTube, although you're coming on to meet people and stuff, when you know that the end of the month or the end of the other month, you're going to be getting, it makes you want to come on. It's going to push you, you know, motivates you and stuff. So I'm just saying, none of us want to fall prey to what is happening now. I'm looking for Fluffy, FLUFFY. Guys, it seems as if, you know, you're gonna have to take a cab. DIVA. It seems you're gonna have to take a cab, you know, people, because I cannot find Fluffy Diva TV. Guys, it's Fluffy Diva TV Live. What I'm gonna ask you to do, I'm gonna ask you kindly this morning, because the captain of the airways, Savis Airways, the captain is getting refueling, okay? And I feel like they run out of more, they need more fuel. So I'm gonna ask you now to take a cab. Guys, I'll pay for the cab. In the cab, you will see different variety of whether you want hot chocolate. Yeah, just help yourself. And you're going over there and you're going to put Savis Red. Guys, if it was Wednesday morning, it would have been a different story, because my boss do not work on a Wednesday. Don't say I said this, you know. Don't you say I said this. But my boss do not work on a Wednesday. So on a Wednesday, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But he's back this morning. That is it. And guys, it's a techie man, you know when you sign on, you know when. I don't know why they give me that man. But yeah, so it's gonna be, guys, are you still here? I don't even know if you're in the chat. Oh my god. Nobody's saying nothing. I don't know if you're looking at your channel. I don't know if your head hurting you. I don't know what going. What's going down? What you doing? What you doing, guys? Fluffy D. Oh yeah, she's live. Guys, I'm doing the red. I'm doing the red. The captain said to me, Savis, the plane is ready. Savis Airways is on the strip. And I'm saying to you guys, have a fantastic rest of the day. And may God bless you. And I'm just saying to you guys, when you've got the time in the night, sit back, have a look at your channel, okay? You know the contents that you have. I know the contents that I have. And when I look at my channel, I can see that YouTube is literally throwing some stones at me. I have to see that. YouTube is saying, Savis, come on, you need to buckle up this thing. That's what YouTube is saying to me. I don't know what YouTube is saying to you. If YouTube is not specifically speaking to you, then it's different. But they're talking to me. They're saying, Savis, you need to sort yourself out. So that's what I will be doing over this little time. Yeah, man, Savis Airways is ready. And I'm saying, guys, you're going to Diva T right now. And I'm wishing you guys a fantastic rest of the day. Reds, thank you so much for touching base all the way from Canada. Blessings. Your speciality, where you just go. Special K, let me ask you, where you just go. Good morning and welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Special K, Savis Airways was ready. I'm glad to have you in the building, but I was just on my way out. I'm 25 minutes late for work. Good thing I'm working from home today. But thank you so much for touching base. And we were just getting ready to touch base over there in Diva T. And Special K, you literally missed out a little episode here. So because we were talking about, yeah, Diva, what we must I say good morning. Me oh Diva ready, yeah. Stay on the red. Stay on the listen special. Don't play, you know. Stay here on the red because I am going now. I know Diva T is ready. And everybody is ready. The Savvy's Airways is ready. And I'm saying, enjoy a cup of tea. If you want a sandwich, it is there. If you want what they call it, a jerk chicken leg. Yeah, man, it is there. You over the long time? All right. Bye, guys. Love you all. Have a fantastic rest of the day. And don't forget, it is Savvy's Raid. Love you guys. Thank you so much, special, for blessing up the place. Red's Room, bless up yourself. Donna British, Fluffy Diva gone already. Guys, all of you, bless up yourself and thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day. And I said it's Savvy's Raid. Bye. Bye-bye, guys. Love you all.